Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino, back for this post-market wrap-up on this Monday, November 19th, 2018. Where to begin? Okay, let's start off with the basics, and then I'm going to kind of go off a little bit on a tangent because I have to. All right, let's start off with this. You should not be surprised by what you witnessed in this market today. That's number one. Volatility is here to stay. Do you remember a guy who looked exactly like me doing a video last week where I talked specifically about the volatility in this market, what we're seeing right now, why we can expect to see drops like this followed by rebounds? I covered it. So, no surprise here. No surprise at all here. And you should be ready for this. And that's going to lead me to where I'm going to go off the deep end in just a little bit. Before I go there, let's cover this. So at one point today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was down 12 points, maybe 514, 512, something like that. 500. Let's make it a nice round number. The Dow was down about 500 points. We did finish down about 395, about 1.5% on the Dow. Same thing for the S&P 500, about 1.5%. NASDAQ took the biggest beating of them all, down 3%. That's significant. Okay, 1.5%, I don't think is anything. That's the truth. Today was also, let's keep this in mind, a low volume day. So on low volume days, you're going to get moves like this, big moves. I don't care. You all know that. I don't care. And there are many people who write to me who think I do care, no matter how many times I say I don't care. And I just refer them back to my lovely website. I say, go check out my credit spreads. They're all there. I entered 2 new credit spreads today on the long end. And I'm sitting pretty in every single one of my credit spreads, so I don't give a damn what happens to this market. Okay, that's not where I'm going off the deep end yet, but maybe part of it. So let's talk about cryptocurrencies. Meltdown. It's still going on across the board. Whatever. Okay, people keep writing to me about this. I'm not touching any of it. You know that. I own a small amount of Steam, and that's just from my Steemit blog. I think it's about $1,500 or $1,600. Whatever. It can sit there. It can evaporate. I don't care what happens to it. That's the truth. It's just there. U.S. 10-year yield, 3.06. Dollar, weaker. Gold and silver, and I'm talking about fractional gains, almost enough to laugh at. That's the truth. Now, let's talk about this real quick. And it never ceases to amaze me. It's the truth. And I'm not going to sit here and look, I'm not making fun of anyone here, so don't take that away from what I'm talking about. I'm not poking at anyone, but here's the deal. Throughout the entire day, I check my email throughout the day. I look at messages and stuff, and I'm getting boom, 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 boom. Greg, I did this. I don't know why. I didn't listen, and I lost X. What am I talking about? Well, people will long this market buying naked calls that are expiring apparently this week, and it looks like they're going to take a beating. How many of you out here remember this guy saying you should be trading credit spreads? Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you do. How many of you out here remember me saying that the volatility in this market is extremely difficult to capitalize on using a naked call or a naked put? And again, you should be trading credit spreads. Look, for those of you today that wrote to me on explaining what happened, look, don't kick yourself in the butt about it. Just learn from this. Look, see this guy right here? I still make mistakes, and I will continue to make mistakes for the rest of my entire life. That's the truth. That's the way it is. But when you just try not to repeat it. That's all I have to say here with regard to that. Use it. Say, you know what? This cost me X, and it's just like going to school. I won't repeat this mistake. I can't imagine how anyone could trade this volatility in this market using a naked call or a naked put here. And I'm going to say it again. Learn credit spreads. That's why I don't give a damn what happens to this market today. Market was down 500 points. I'm sitting here like this. La-di-da, filing my nails. La-di-da-dum. Oh, yeah. Hey, can I get a cup of coffee? You know, that's me today. Seriously. I don't care. Set these up. And I'm going to say this again, and I know I'm going off the deep end on this. Why do you think I post all my positions on my website? Is it for me? Is it for me? Or do I already know what positions I have by looking at my trading page of my positions? Yeah, they're for you guys and girls who can use these not to mimic, but as a model. Say, hey, you know what? This is trading here right now. Look how Greg has structured these. So, you know, maybe I should kind of copy it to a certain degree. You know, like I said, don't exactly do what I'm doing. You could, of course, but the problem with that exists in one thing. When I enter a position, sometimes I don't post it right away. So there, use them as a guide. But again, people, please learn from your mistakes here. You can't do... When the market changes, you have to change with it. Understand? When you get this kind of movement in the market, you can't sit there unless you're a computer algorithm and capitalize on this. If you're a guy or a girl sitting there in front of your computer, you have to change your strategy. Otherwise, you won't be able to sleep at night. Been there, done that. You're going to get stressed out. Been there, done that. You're going to make yourself sick. Been there, done that too. No. Learn. Look, this is either going to be a business for you where you can count on steady returns, or it's going to be a gamble. It's up to you. But again, think about these things. Let it sink in, and I wish you all the best. That's really the truth. All right. So with that said, let's recap real quick. Stock market finished down today, 1.5% on the Dow, 1.5% on the Nasdaq. I'm sorry, on the S&P, 3% on the Nasdaq. Whatever. I don't care. You know that. I don't give a damn. Don't matter to me. Doesn't affect my trading. Doesn't affect my ability to make cash in this market. Period. However, we do understand that although we are seeing 10-year yield suppressed, dollars suppressed, cash seems to be coming out of this market. We'll see how that plays out too. For now, I don't care. I really just don't care at all. So that's it. I don't know another way to put any of this, people. Just learn to take in what's going on here, figure out a way to be on the right side of it. That's all that matters. That's all that matters here, people. That's it. With that said, I'll see all of you in the lovely morning.